Just a little extra hesitation.
Starting a little bit early, boys and females, and whoever is watching. 2nd down and 8. There's 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Eagles are winning by 7. Blitzing. Okay. Keep going, Ajayi. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All right. All right. So this game has been it's been pretty solid. Been a slow builder. Kind of expected that. But the 2 touchdowns on the day for Carson, top notch. I like them. Both really good throws. Welcome back to both Jordan Matthews and to Alshon Jeffrey. They're just going to let the clock run down, it seems. So 10 seconds left in this third. For those of you tuning in, it's 17-10. I'm not going to be able to show this to you because it's going to lag and it's going to be really bad quality for you guys. So you guys are going to have to live with just hearing it and talking about the game along with me reacting to it. So we're at the end of the third now. Perfect timing, right? This game is intense as far as how the defenses fare up against one another. It's been very competitive. It hasn't been sloppy as far as penalties. The Eagles have had some close calls with fumbles. Jeffrey looks like he was never gone. Honestly, yeah, those couple of passes that he's caught, specifically that touchdown pass early in the third quarter, that was really good. That got me so hyped. We just need to keep seeing this offense, come back together with Wentz under center. Those refs and Mills are a pain in the... Yeah, they are. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that little grab that Mills did, that was just him trying to gain his freaking balance back. I don't find that a penalty at all, considering the ball was out of bounds. Like, it wasn't uncatchable, but it was headed out of bounds. It would have been a very tough catch, and if he had a chance at it, if there was no stumble, if there was no, aggression towards both sides, and he had a chance at that ball, he probably would have been pushed out of bounds regardless. It shouldn't have affected anything, at least in my opinion. Mills needs to be replaced. It's just he's not good one-on-one. Like, I don't know what the scheme is with Mills in there exactly, but he should not be going one-on-one with people like Corey Davis and then Julio Jones and then Deshaun Jackson, and then last week T.Y. Hilton. He cannot go up one-on-one against those guys. Those guys are more Ronald Darby guys you go up with. Like, you need to make sure that these guys are with their number 1 receivers and number 2 receivers. Mills is a good open field tackler. He's good at stripping the ball whenever he gets that chance, but he's not quick enough to catch up when he's beat. He cannot make those kinds of plays. I don't understand. We gotta do something about Mills maybe, but I don't think move him to safety. I don't know. Corey Graham hasn't done it. It's not like our safeties have been the issue of this game. All in all, this whole Tennessee offense has actually surprised a lot of people. They've been making plays left and right. Corey Davis has looked really well. They're missing Delaney Walker. They're missing, what was his name, Rashard Matthews that they cut earlier this week. That was their number 1 target. So, I don't know. Mills is just doing exactly what we've expected him to do, and it's, make penalties, get burned, and it's just not fun. I want to see more of Josh Adams. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Josh Adams more. He has a unique style of running, and he's done pretty good in that one game last week that he was in. The running game in this game for both teams has been absolutely just nowhere. So, game's back on. I'll let you guys hear, and I'll be less talkative. Put it up a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Ball's at the 50. Oh. He slipped. Carson Wentz slipped. I'm going to mute it for a second. I just want to say this. Regardless of if Carson Wentz had slipped right there, this offensive line has not done its job. Okay? Wentz has been getting hit left and right, and it's not okay. Like, I don't understand why we can't pick up any of these blitz packages. You can clearly tell when they're going to blitz. Carson will call it out, but there's no one to block it. I don't get it.
Forgetting 2 of them. There were 2 or 3 other Titans on their way to the quarterback.
2nd and 20.
For a loss of 10, that's the 3rd sack by the Titans defense.
I don't know, Tyler. What is this?
Wentz steps up in the pocket, goes underneath, and that's dropped. Jordan Matthews, who had a touchdown catch, couldn't hold that one.
Wow.
I just didn't secure the catch before he decided to run. It's a little bit low, but a catch that Jordan Matthews is fully capable of making.
That just wasn't... He had to step up. He had to act quick. It just wasn't a good play. He's saying it right there. I don't have enough time. Literally, in the replay, they showed Wentz in slow motion. I could read those lips. He said, I did not have enough time. Like, they need to give him more time. This offensive line needs to do more. Like, I don't understand. No one's hurt on this offensive line. I don't get it. What's happening? It's a 4-man rush now. Just hold them down. Or... it's a 4-man freaking... oh, my God, dude. There's 4 people rushing him. Why can't we block? Why can't we block? This is embarrassing.
We had that switch to the fourth quarter. He had that great
What the?
play to come out of that pass rush and stop Carson Wentz, who had a lot of open field in front of him. And then he gets a sack forced fumble right here.
Lane Johnson, why can't you block?
Derek Morgan recovers. The Titans take over at the Eagles.
That was Lane Johnson. I can't show you guys because it's not going to be able to pick up at all with how crappy this whole setup is. But, dude, they need, like, they just don't know how to block. I don't understand. They don't know how to block or something. Like, oh, my God. Like, earlier in the game, I remember seeing Jason Kelce not being able to pick up the blitz too late, and Carson Wentz was getting hit. This one, Lane Johnson, as big as he is, he's getting overpowered by a little guy, and he's running right through him and getting to Wentz while he's trying to step up and make a throw. Like, that is just remarkable how crappy this offensive line has been today. If I could point out anything minus Mr. Jalen Mills, it has to be the offensive line as a whole. Maybe not Brandon Brooks, but everybody else has been absolutely trash. I don't understand why we haven't been able to pick up any of these blitz packages. I don't understand why we cannot defend Wentz when it's just 4 guys rushing him on a 3rd and 22. Like, what is happening? I don't understand this. We need tight ends to help blocking, bring in a fullback. Our O-line is fine. The Titans have good personnel on their defensive line. Relax. I'm not going to relax because it's just a 4-man rush, you know, like it's one thing when I know they have good personnel, but when it's 4 guys against 5 and Wentz has that chance to step in and Lane Johnson lets the guy right by him. Lane Johnson's supposed to be an all-pro. Jason Peters is supposed to be an all-pro. I'm just saying, like, it's been happening all game, and it happened last week, happened against the Buccaneers. It's a repeating thing that the Eagles need to work on. Their offensive line needs to actually get down to business. Last year, this wasn't that big of an issue, and we played teams with good personnel too. I'm just saying, I know it happens. I'm just saying, this year, Carson Wentz has been in the game for 2 games now, and he's been hit like 30 times already. And it was the same story last year at the start of the year, but still, I'm reacting this way because I don't want to see Wentz get hurt. I don't want to see us lose this game. So, that's just me. That is just remarkable. Props to the Titans, though. I'm not going to deny. The Titans are a good team. All around, they got good personnel. All around, they got good pass rushing. But still, that is not where we want to have our offensive line collapse on a 4-man rush midfield. They got the ball on the 35, by the way. Our 35.
Titans calling out Michael Bennett, number 77. Catch made. And a whistle blown on Taylor.
Yeah. They're probably going to score. Let's see if we can stop them here. They're already at the 30. So we have a top 3 O-line. Last year, our O-line allowed a lot of sacks and quarterback hits. We won the Super Bowl with the same O-line. I know, I'm not disagreeing with that, but again, it's with Carson Wentz at our own 30. I'm just saying it's just not okay to see him get sacked back-to-back and fumble the ball at their own 30. It's just not a good sight to see.
First down pickup, pressure coming, dumps it off. Deion Lewis, another spin.
Good tackle. Good tackle, I guess. 3rd down and 2.
Malcolm Jenkins made sure he didn't get loose around the 26 of Philly.
We just need to stop them to score. Yeah. Yeah.
Eagles, one of the surest tackling teams coming in fact, tied for second. It's a loose stat by Sports Radar, but tied for second fewest
3rd and 1.
missed tackles in the league. Great job.
Regardless if we stop them here or not, they're most likely going to pick up some kind of points. So, let's hope we can stop them. Let's hope we can stop them.
Same thing here on this drive by the Titans.
3rd and a yard. Lewis
Whoa. Bennett, oh my God. Michael Bennett needs to calm down and stop fighting people. But
this could be a big
we stopped him.
here.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Unless they're going to try to draw them off sides here.
Come on.
Injured player. Fletcher Cox is slow to get up for the Eagles.
This could be an advantage for the Titans. You got an opportunity.
Big advantage.
To get together, figure out exactly what you want to do here in this situation. Get a good idea what your distance is. Looks like they actually lost a little bit of yardage there on that third down. Looks like it's a little bit longer, more closer to almost a full yard here.
Is it the calf? What's happening? What's the injury here?
Right arm. But he's reaching for his leg.
Gosh, as much as he plays, you wonder if it's just some cramping. I mean,
I hope it's just cramping.
He's been logging a bunch of snaps through the first 3 weeks of the season. He's not part of that rotation you talked about earlier on.
He's a starter who doesn't leave. Yeah.
Okay, he's running off the field. Good. Probably just cramping. It's probably just cramping. Freaking fuzzies in the air. 4th down and 1.5-ish. Let's see what happens here. If they go for it, I just really want them to stop because I don't want them getting any points off this turnover.
Field goal try, but they're down 7. You got a quarterback who can run.
Looks like they might go quarterback sneak. Maybe just try to get us off sides. We'll see. Oh, they're in motion. They're actually going for something.
Mariota keeps and flips for the first down to Dion Lewis.
How surprising.
Boy, he had Jenkins and Branham. They were there to tackle him, to keep him from running for it.
That was great.
This is such a good play by Marcus Mariota. Watch it, the last second, the decision. You think he's going to tuck it and go for it. He knows he can't. He stands up. He knows he's got. I don't know how he avoided the contact right there. What a great job. And here's an example of what Logan Ryan said. The perfect fit at the quarterback position for this gritty team of the Tennessee Titans.
Both Henry and Lewis now in the backfield at the
They're at the 15-yard line.
Never any hesitation from Mike Vrabel to go on 4th and a yard. Inside handoff to Henry.
Oh boy.
Just down around the 11-yard line.
Of course, the games I react to, they turn into this kind of a game.
4th and short. Let's pound it right where Fletcher Cox used to be, and they get out on the edge.
But the Cox is back, baby. That's what I want to see.
And Fletcher Cox has come
Just
back
cramping.
again.
Come on. No calves, no quads, no any injury. Let's go.
Eagle defense already 3 sacks.
Yeah, we do need to do more zone defenses rather than man-to-man because it's not good.
They fake to him. They throw it at Henry. And the Eagles are
Good tackle, Corey Graham. How about that? Good job. Good tackle. 3rd down, and I would say about 13-ish. Get the confirmation here from the actual game in a second, but that's just from my POV.
Great job by Corey Graham, kind of sorted through all that.
Stopping them here for this field goal, though, after they made the 4th down, that'd be big. And we just gotta control the clock. 3rd and 7. Felt like it was more, but whatever.
Eagles are outstanding. League's top defense against the run. But after losing yardage.
Oh, it's 3rd and 12. Yeah, I was right. They changed it. It was 3rd and 7, now it's 3rd and 12. Stupid Fox. Come on now.
Empty backfield. Eagles blitz. The throw is to Lewis, but he can't go very far.
Good job.
That's a big stop for this Eagle defense.
Good job, Darby. Good job, Bennett, Barnett, everybody there. Good job.
So the field goal unit trots out.
One of the big reasons why the Philadelphia Eagles are 2-1 right now is because of the red zone defense that this team has played through the first 3 weeks of the season.
All right, let's see this field goal. Maybe we block it, maybe they miss it. Regardless, we have the lead. We're getting the ball back. 9.5 minutes left. Yeah. Darby is our only good starter in this corner. That's good. Okay. So commercials are coming in now, and it is 17-13. Eagles lead. They managed to stop this team to a field goal after the fumble, but again, I may have overreacted, but I don't like seeing Carson Wentz getting sacked against Tennessee Titans, against the Buccaneers, or not the Buccaneers, the Colts. I just don't like the amount of times he's gotten hit these last 2 years. That's the reason, not really the reason why he got hurt last year. But the fact that he's been moving around more, it's kind of the reason why he tore his ACL last year. And this year, this offensive line they're letting guys hit him a lot more often, and I don't like seeing that. And in these big-time moments, it happened last week. Carson Wentz had to step up to make a throw, and he fumbled the football. And it put the Colts into a position where they could have tied or taken the lead, and they ended up taking the lead. I didn't want to see that same thing happen here today against the Titans, and we'd have to mount another 11-minute drive to score a touchdown to win this game. I wanted to see this game be, of course, just the Eagles controlling the clock, controlling everything throughout the second half, and they were doing that up until that fumble. I just don't get how we've been struggling a lot with our offensive line. I know we're top 3 offensive line and everything, but the amount of quarterback hits is just getting on my nerves. And this defense, they've been doing their job. They're bending but not breaking like they always do. But we need to see less penalties from Jalen Mills. We need to see them actually make these big-time stops like they always do. That was a good stop right there. Let's see what happens with these last 9.5 minutes. There's a lot that we still got to clean up. Case in point, that's all I got to say. There's a lot that we need to work on, but that's kind of the situation with every other freaking game. Every other year. Just because most of them are pro players, they still need to get back. Exactly. Like, you can't hold them to, facts of last year or the years previously where they didn't allow sacks, where they didn't allow these hits, and that they're all pros. When they're allowing sacks, they're allowing sacks. It doesn't matter about the statistics. They're allowing guys to get to the quarterback, and it's forcing turnovers like that right there. We shouldn't have been put in that position at all. It's irritating because we had the same situation with the Colts last week. It was penalties on defense. Offensively, your offensive line was letting Wentz get hurt or get hit a lot. This week is less penalties but more hits on Wentz and more pressures on Wentz, and it's just, man, I don't know. I'll let you guys listen and hear this more while this game continues on. Let's see what happens.
One touchdown though produced, and that was Mariota keeping it himself. Taylor Lewan,
9 minutes, 18 seconds.
Left tackle.
So we're getting down to that part of the game. Oh man.
Titans close the gap.
Close the gap. Yep. Close the gap. That's all they did.
Another touchback. Now to the 25-yard line. Saturday
25.
Tuesday, college football on Fox. Red River Showdown with Texas and Oklahoma, and then Indiana going up against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Coverage and all
College football. Yeah, woohoo. I'm lagging a little bit. That's why I'm not recording the actual game for you guys. So it's not good enough quality to it. Something we haven't seen at all this game. We haven't seen that much of the run. So who knows? Can we, use the run game a lot more to open up the pass attack? That's just my thoughts. Let's hope we keep that up then. More like 0 yards.
Well, the Falcons and Bengals have been going back and forth all day long. I don't know if this is back or forth, whatever it is. It's the second touchdown of the day for Calvin Ridley for Matt Ryan. Falcons going for 2.
I've said it over and over. I can't show the screen because it's not good enough quality, and it'll probably result in this channel getting taken down. I'm lagging right now just talking to you guys, so I can't do that.
Points there, and not so many here. And the Falcons next Sunday, big game in Pittsburgh.
So again, if you actually want to watch the game, then watch the game. Don't ask me to show the screen. I'm just saying. Oh, Brandon Brooks is hurt. Let's see what you said, Tyler. Do a screen or RPO play. Just do something. Just do something that'll work. That's all I gotta say. 9 minutes left.
Jackson had come back here. He's ran him down.
I don't. Third down already.
One of the areas where we've talked about that.
Third down and 6.
For Philadelphia's offense, you get into the 6 parts of the game, third down, red zone. That was the one
anytime
sell that last
wasted
season.
so far.
Haven't gotten to that level yet.
Back again
Good.
at the guard spot.
We need all we can get at our offensive line.
Wentz for Nelson Aguilar. Drop. 4th down. He was going to need to run with it to get the first down.
I don't understand the play call.
But you've got your inside guys in the bunch kind of clearing. It's a design
Jeffrey,
play. You can see actually Joshua Perkins kind of in a blocking position. It's one of those little screens underneath. But how many times have we seen guys today not secure possession before they start to turn upfield?
At least 3 drops for each team today.
That was a start, right? That was a good job. Good job, offense. Good job, play calling. Good job, Nelson Aguilar.
The Tennessee 20, so the Titans defense did what it had to do.
More like our offense did what the Titans defense had to do.
Here as the ball bounces in the air. Williams at the 25. And is knocked down right away. Got your boots on.
I don't want to hear about this while there's no game going on. Again, you guys, like, personally, it's the fourth quarter. You're leading by 4. Last week you were down by 4, and what you did was you were down by 3 rather, and you ran the ball. You took your time. You made sure you made those plays. You ran to the first down marker and made sure you completed the football. They are not running towards the first down marker. They are not running the ball. I don't understand. You know, the best thing about winning football games is that you want to have that balanced offense. They've thrown the ball like 36 times and ran the ball like 9, 10 times. That's not balanced at all. I don't care if it's the Titans and Eagles, too, the better defenses against the run. You got to show that you are not one-dimensional, you know? Like, I personally, this game has been one-dimensional. It's been all Carson Wentz trying to make throws. I'm surprised he hasn't turned the ball over more times because, you know, he's still coming in back from the torn ACL. This is only his 2nd game. And what did you say? Run on the outside, not the middle. Use Josh. Or just use, it doesn't matter who you use because all these running backs can play. You know, you got Corey Clement and Darren Sproles that are out. You can use Adams. You can use Ajayi. But if Ajayi needs a break, a breather, run outside. I personally, I don't like the idea of having Ajayi being the workhorse when we have a bunch of other really good and really high potential players at running back, and we're not using them. And in a game like this, you need to manage the clock when you're winning by 4 in the bottom half of the 4th quarter. You need to be able to hold on to that ball, waste as much time as you can, and then, of course, get a field goal or get a touchdown to further your lead. And that drive was a run by Ajayi for 1 yard, and then a short pass to Aguilar for 2 yards, and then after that, what else? It was another short pass well behind the first down marker for nothing because he dropped the ball. It doesn't make sense. Sometimes this play calling feels like we're back in 2016. I want to see more different play call. Honestly, bring in the RPOs, bring in other plays that'll make the defense question you and guess and have to actually react more than just, oh, they're short passing, oh, they're running the ball. It's just irritating. Play action, and he's going deep.
For Davis, who's got it? Inside the 25.
Very impressive, Chris Myers. He should be a defensive coordinator.
You've talked
Hey,
well.
somebody look at 84. He has an adequate.
And guess who's on him? It's Jalen Mills. It's Jalen Mills. Who else would it be getting freaking burned?
They had a shot like this in the first half, and they missed it. They overthrew it. Marcus Mariota a little bit too deep on that one. He is perfect on this one. A little bit tighter coverage, so the ability to get back to a big play that they drew up and missed in the first half.
51 yards. That's the longest.
No one's gonna want to trade from those with the way he's playing. Just saying.
A touchdown from longer, but 51 yards. Mariota to run. And he's breaking tackles to the 16-yard line of the Eagles.
And it's it's not just been his running, but just the movement of the pocket.
I don't think I need to say anything. You guys can hear it all, and you can understand my reaction.
Get him on the perimeter, get him outside the pocket,
and the Philly, who gives a damn about the Philly? It doesn't matter.
Was concerned about because of the style of quarterback they played the first 3 weeks. They haven't seen anybody with the athleticism of Marcus Mariota.
And he now has 1,000 rushing yards in his NFL career.
Good for him. Well, that's what people care about.
Quarterback, 6 yards per carry. Got 8 there. The pitch. Taylor has got a first down, gliding inside the 10.
They can't stop him. They just can't do anything.
Taylor on the receiver sweep.
This is a nice job by Nigel Bradham, fighting through a block on the outside by Luke Stalker. Because if Luke gets him pinned to the inside, this is a touchdown. There's Nigel Bradham fighting through that block right there, able to make the tackle.
Yeah, good job. It's first and goal, doesn't matter. They're probably going to score.
The 9-yard line.
With the way that they've just freaking...
Titans led early, 3-0. Eagles took charge.
This whole team needs a spot.
It's down to 4. Henry will lose yardage.
That's good.
In the red zone.
Well, not only in the red zone, but it was something that Malcolm Jenkins said. You know, they drill this. You know, we don't want 2nd and 8. We want 2nd and 12. You know, they're trying to create these negative plays. So great penetration and great fills by the linebackers. Great support by the secondary guys.
Yeah, wonderful.
Just over 5 minutes to play. From the 11-yard line, it's now 2nd and goal. Mariota for the end zone. Touchdown, Titans! Highway sharp.
What have I been saying this entire time? This is what happens when you got... Oh, my God. I hate this.
Bowling for touchdowns in Tennessee.
This is what happens when you're not being balanced with your play calling. This is what happens when your offensive line does not get support and help cover up the blitz packages that they're throwing at you. This is what happens when you don't run the ball. This is what happens when turnovers happen. This is stupid, guys. I don't care. If we do this next week versus the Vikings, I'm not even worried about the Vikings right now. I'm worried about the Tennessee Titans that we're playing right now. Yes, if we play like this, we're going to lose against the Vikings. But I'm not worried about that because we're losing right now to the Tennessee Titans. I don't understand what this play calling has been. I don't understand what this whole offensive line issue has been. They need support. Use more of your tight ends. Give Carson Wentz the support. Your offenses look good passing. You're not running the ball, so you're not controlling the clock, or you're not making 3rd down conversions. You're not making drives go for longer than a second. Like, this whole 4th quarter has been nothing but a waste for the Eagles and nothing but an advantage for the Titans because they've been using it to their advantage. And it's just actually terrible. It's actually terrible. There's still, like 5 minutes left? Sure. But I don't want to keep winning these games against teams like this. And the Titans, don't get me wrong, they're a great team. They got a lot of talent. I'm not going to take that away from them. But when you're winning 17-3 going into the 4th quarter, or going into the late half of the 3rd quarter, I mean, what you don't want to do is give the Titans the ball back and give it to them again, and give it to them again. You want to actually control the clock, manage your game, and keep your whole team balanced, okay? I'm going to keep reiterating to that because we're not running the ball. We're not trying to run the ball. We run the ball once, and then we pass. 4th down, up, guess what? We're punting again. Like, I genuinely don't get why we're not using Smallwood, why we're not using Josh Adams if Jay Ajayi is injured. Why aren't we running the ball with anybody else? Because it can work. It can work. And they're not trying to. And then the Tennessee Titans, what do? Something we don't do. Play action. And bam. They're down at the 20. And then 2 plays later, 2nd and goal. And they freaking beautiful pass to a wide open Corey Davis. Touchdown. I genuinely don't get it. I genuinely don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make absolutely anything. None of this goes to Carson Wentz. None of this goes to the wide receivers. None of this goes to the front four on the defense. This goes to the secondary and to the offensive line and to Doug Peterson because his play calling today has been nothing but subpar at best. It has not done good. A couple of plays have been good, but other than that, I haven't seen enough. Yes, this has been good. We're going to win this game because we gave the Titans a chance to come right back in, and here they are. But they're not just back in the game, they're winning the game again. And it disgusts me. Truthfully, it was one thing getting blown out by the Buccaneers. This is just, you're winning by 2 touchdowns. Now you're losing by a field goal. You haven't scored anything since the second quarter or the third quarter or whenever Jeffrey got that touchdown. I don't know. I don't care. It's been bad. It's been bad. And we're making Mariota, since his interception, 12 of 12, 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. We're making him look like a god. A god with 2 fingers that are apparently not working properly. It's embarrassing, and it doesn't make any sense. Now let's watch the next 5 minutes of this game, see if we actually hold the ball for longer than 30 seconds or not.
The 25, we'll see what Carson Wentz can do.
And just going back to the way that Marcus Mariota has played since that interception, again, the response that Coach Vrabel wanted to see from his team, from each side, offense and defense, it goes down to the individual as well. So the response by Marcus Mariota after throwing that...
Carson Wentz has thrown the ball 39 times. Is that a recipe for success? No, it's not.
Mariota with a touchdown run and toss nearing the 300-yard mark. He's also the leading rusher for the Titans with 22 yards on the ground. And Wentz has a couple of touchdown passes.
Oh, good grief.
Eagles down 3. Pressure coming. Ball floated incomplete. Smallwood in the area. The heat was on Carson Wentz.
And this has been a situation that's gone on.
Guess who got hit again?
It's not just been the front four, it's been guys from different places. There's Malcolm Butler off the edge. Right up the middle, Sharif Finch. They've been coming, linebackers, secondary players, the defensive line. This offensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles has struggled today with this multiple defense
Yeah.
that DPs puts out there.
Yeah.
Coming from Opryland, from the
Yeah,
Colts,
it
they're
really
coming
has.
all over.
I don't care if we have a top 3 offensive line. Today they're acting like the 32nd offensive line. And we're running. Oh, no, play action.
And open is Smallwood, who fights to get across
Okay.
the 35.
Good job, Smallwood. That was all Wendell Smallwood. Wentz just gave the ball to him, and he made the play happen. Good job.
Great job by Wendell Smallwood. And again, it's a guy that we saw last week with all those yards after contact. He's much more physical than you would think by his stats.
Yeah, why don't we use him more often if Ajayi isn't healthy? That's just my question. Him and Josh Adams. With what one of you guys have been saying. Yeah, use Josh Adams more if Ajayi isn't healthy enough.
Wendell Smallwood
It's fine.
carries.
Maintain the ball, maintain possession, and keep going.
So the Lions down by 6 in Dallas when Matthew Stafford finds his #1 target. Golden Tate for this 38-yard touchdown. Golden Tate second of the day. Lions up 24-23 with just over 2 minutes to play.
Hold that lead. Come on, Lions. Hold that lead. If the Eagles lose, at least have the Cowboys lose too. Come on. Second down and 8. Ball is on our 38-yard line. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Up on Indianapolis.
Now we're running the ball. And Smallwood slipped, but hey, guess what? It's 3rd down and 3 now. That makes it easier. Now they're using Wendell Smallwood like he's the third down back. Like, I don't get it, man.
In these situations, I think he offers you a little bit more opportunity with what you can do from a play calling standpoint.
Let's see what happens, guys. For those of you tuning in right now, it's 3rd down and 4. Don't ask if I'm going to show the TV because I won't be able to. It won't work out. We're losing by 3. Should be winning by like 10, but you know, it's fine.
He's probably got something in mind if they get to a point where he feels comfortable going for it on 4th.
Wentz, incomplete. Fired was on Ertz.
Stop trying to force it to Ertz.
2-minute warning, so the big question in there is you're going to be able to stop this clock a number of different ways. So here comes the punt unit out on the field.
And I saw the chin strap quickly pulled off underneath the helmet of Wentz. He was frustrated. I don't know if the result here or if he wanted to go somewhere else, but no gamble from Doug Peterson here on 4th and 4, at least.
Yeah.
The way it looks at the moment as they line up to punt, Dory Jackson is back at
This
the
is
10
embarrassing.
for the Titans. It's another booming kick. He lets it go, and it goes into the end zone, and a break for the Titans.
A break for the Titans. Why do they need a break? They're the ones that've been creaming us the second half. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's so bad. And it's commercial, so I'm gonna talk more because, guys, I don't understand the play calling. I don't understand Carson Wentz's decision making. Stop trying to force it to Zach Ertz. Try to, if you have to, get it the first down by yourself. Run for it. Make a play happen. Somebody needs to make a play. No one is doing anything on this offense, and it is just, it's showing. With the way that the Titans have been able to come back, it's showing how little this offense has been trying.
Mariota keeps.
Good tackle. Good job.
Making the tackle. So with those timeouts and the 2-minute warning, I guess Doug is saying my defense can do this for me.
Yeah, turn it over to your defense. See what they can do. And
Yeah, it makes me sick too. I wasn't this upset watching the Buccaneers throw all over us. I don't know why, but I wasn't. Now I'm upset watching the Titans do what they're doing now.
Just an outstanding job. Continue to do that here. Don't get ultra conservative.
Titans offensive coordinator LaFleur learned under Kyle Shanahan and Ram head coach Sean McVay. Fast track for a head coaching job one day.
Woohoo. Cool, no one cares.
Got to call the right plays for his quarterback here. Quick pass.
Oh, look at that.
Corey Davis.
Good tackle. At least you got him down, but it's 3rd and short now.
Titans have the football. Eagles defense hoping for a stop.
2-minute warning. And it's 3rd down. What a perfect time to go to commercial. Because now, we got to see what they're going to do. Are they going to stop the Titans or not? My best guess is that they're gonna let them get the first down. Because Marcus Mariota may do some bootleg, may do some, like, quarterback draw, like, read option, something that'll make this defense juke itself out, and they'll just walk to get the first down. Because that's what's happened in this 4th quarter. And Doug Peterson is playing conservative rather than aggressive. And Carson Wentz is easily, you can tell how frustrated he is. And I can't even speak. That's how frustrated I am. But you know what? Whatever. There's 16 games in this season. Sure, there were 2 games that we could have possibly won if we don't win this one. But there's more to win, right? That's so stupid, man. This is when second game back from a major injury let him get back in the groove. He doesn't have a #1 receiver, and our corners suck, but I'm sure we will pick it back up soon. Gotta have faith. Trust me, man, I have plenty of faith, and I've watched Carson Wentz today in the first 3 quarters, and I was applauding him. He looked great, and I know this is his second game back. It's not blaming Carson Wentz. I'm not blaming him in the slightest for what he's done. He has like 300 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He's done great. But we're not running the ball as much. And yes, our defense, our secondary specifically, has been trashed today. It just frustrates me because this is a Titans team that, yes, they're good. Defense has a lot of talent on them. Offense, they're one of the best rushing offenses in the league. Marcus Mariota is a dual threat. And, of course, Corey Graham is one of the faster wide receivers in the league. But they're missing their #1 guy, and they're missing Delaney Walker at tight end. Those are 2 big key components in this Titans success over the last couple of seasons. So when I'm looking at this game, when we're winning by 2 touchdowns, I should be getting we all should be getting frustrated after watching us blow a 2-touchdown lead and start losing with the 2-minute warning right now. It's just it's not good. And did the Titans get a first down? No. It's like 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. But if they do get the first down, that means we're gonna have to stop them on the next 3 outings. If we don't, then we're screwed. I hate being in this type of situation. It's 3rd and 3. Let's see what happens. Yes, the call playing, the play calling, the play call does have to change.
Quick pass to Corey Davis. He is not going to get the first down.
Way to stop them, defense. Way to do it. But now it's a matter of, can you guys get down the field and score the game-winning touchdown or the game-tying field goal? That's the real question now, because play calling today has been suspect. Since we're going to punt and they're just going to be talking while the timeout has gone on, play calling's been suspect. We're getting the ball back now. We have a minute 50 plus 2 timeouts. Yes and yes and yes. But we actually need to play. We were playing like in the start of the third quarter, but from the second half of the third quarter and on, it's not done good. That's a specialty as of late, if you didn't notice. What is? What, scoring the ball or winning at the end of the game, like this kind of a game? It's not really our specialty. It's just the only way we've been able to win, because we haven't been able to consistently win games in the first 3 quarters. It's more like we need it on luck. And I don't like using the word luck in football. Yeah. And I don't like winning like that, because people will refer to it with as, you know, a little sprinkle of lust on that, or winning this game the way they did. I don't like thinking of it that way, because it's football. But, oh! Good punt! Oh my god, good punt return. I had him muted and I was going on a rant. I wasn't realizing that DeAndre Carter nearly returns for a touchdown. That was a good return. Alright, now, this is where we need to prove ourselves. We need to maintain possession of this ball and win this game. That was a good freaking return, though.
Returner to get to the sideline, you're supposed to turn him in to your teammates.
And Kern may have saved it. A return
he did save
40
it.
plus yards.
Wow.
Carter, back to the active roster today, played in the first 2 games, was waived before the Colts game, and then brought back. He's bounced around with New England and Oakland. And
we are good at last-minute wins. I know, and I hate it. I hate that we're good at them, because you guys have seen my reactions from the Super Bowl, from week 1 and week 3. You guys have seen my live reaction. I have a heart attack, and I hate it. What's the score? Tommy, the score is the Titans 20, the Eagles 17, a minute and 41 seconds, and the Eagles have the ball. It's first down. We can do it. I got faith. Trust me, I got faith too, but it just hurts. It just hurts having to win games like this all the time. Where's the ball at? The ball's at like the Titans 45-ish, somewhere around there. It's past midfield. That's all I know. It was a good return by DeAndre Carter off the punt return. Nearly a touchdown if the punter hadn't saved it. But I'm keeping it muted right now because they're showing the announcers. They're talking. I don't think we want to hear them repeat over the same things. Carson Wentz had a good game off of recovery, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'll unmute it now, and I probably won't mute it. Can I show this drive? It's not going to work. Tommy, the score is the Titans are winning 20-17. It's going to lag if I try showing it, so I'm not going to. It's not going to work if I do. Trust me. You see me lagging right now, moving.
Inside the 35-yard line.
There you go, Tommy. 35-yard line.
This play is under review.
So under 2 minutes, they want to make made. It's a booth review, official review.
Repeating myself over and over. I cannot show you guys the last minutes because my phone will not allow that. Lag, and it's not going to show. Like, you saying you hate winning like this, yet we haven't scored yet. What are you talking about? What? I think these games at the last second of the game, repeatedly. We did that last week. We did that against the Falcons with the last minute stand. Or goal line stand, rather. That's muting it, please. Nothing's happening right now. They're viewing a play, and it's a catch. And there's nothing to really listen to right now. I'm just answering you guys talking. I'm driving. This is my only way to hear the game. I'll turn the game on when the game is actually going. Oh, my gosh. People have... And if you're driving, then get on the radio, 94 WIP, man. I'm not sponsored, but that would do, honestly. I wouldn't watch myself listening to this, please. We want to hear the announcers. Okay, whatever. I love having issues with you guys every week doing that. It's so funny.
Defense was tough. Carson Wentz, a couple of touchdowns, built a
That, and I like
14-point
interacting with people
lead
that are
quickly.
actually talking with me. Joe, what'd you say? I love last-minute wins. They're the most memorable games, and they actually make me, yeah.
But a backbreaker on a punt return for DeAndre Carter. And now the catch
Yeah,
is
I get that,
confirmed
Joe.
by Ertz.
I get that, but at the same time, it's like, meh. 20 to 17, Titans are winning. And I'll keep it unmuted now because I was just waiting for the game. Like, bro, like...
Jay Ajayi back in
Oh,
running.
man, you're a funny dude. Just listen to the game now, Tommy.
Wentz to Alshon Jeffrey with a block from Aguilar. Straight ahead, Jeffrey in Tennessee on a well-designed play.
Good play. That was a
Really
good
put
run.
Kevin
Just let that
Byard in a
time run
tough
down
spot.
now.
You know, they motion inside with Alshon Jeffrey, get him in the
This
back
guy's
of that
faking an
bunch.
injury now. Oh, my God.
Watch the tough spot that they put areas in the back, number 17. But watch 31, Kevin Byard. He comes over the top. Now Alshon Jeffrey goes right back to where he vacated.
And the injured player is Kendrick Lewis, who you were talking about moments ago, in an already thin safety area for the Titans. He's down at the 23-yard line.
He was stretching his leg out, man. He's drinking water, bro.
Each team will have 2 remaining, just over a minute to play. Zach Ertz, 7th game with 10 catches or more. Second time this year.
Yeah, who cares about the Cowboys, man? They're not going to go anywhere. Lions aren't great anyways.
When you have somebody that's a go-to guy in an offense, the one thing you don't want to do is allow that guy to be the difference maker in the game. And Zach Ertz has kind of done that this afternoon. You want to force the supporting cast to beat you. You know, make Kamar Aiken step up. Make Shelton Gibson
There's
step
a
up.
minute
One of the
and
other
3
guys,
seconds left for those wondering.
Have an afternoon like he had today. 10 catches, 112 yards.
And I'm shaking a little bit.
Jeffrey stepped up in his
This is
first
the only
game
reason
of the
I don't
season.
like these kinds of
7
games.
catches, over 90 yards, including a touchdown.
Every now and then's
Touchdown
okay,
on
but
third
like
down and
back-to-back
15.
weeks.
Wentz for the end zone. And Alshon Jeffrey incomplete.
That was
Logan
almost
Ryan
a
on the
touchdown.
coverage.
Yeah, he's just very comfortable in that situation where
We
it's
do
tight
need a
coverage
TD.
of
I don't
giving
want to go to
Alshon
overtime.
Jeffrey an opportunity to make a play. Logan Ryan's in good steps, step for step. Really like that again.
Almost
Let
had
the
it.
play on the outside. Both of them competing for that ball.
He's right over his hands.
Ryan 5'11", Jeffrey 6'3", height advantage there. Jordan Matthews goes out to the right, top of your screen. He has a touchdown catch today.
Come on now.
Bill Small with the back. Wentz, catch made. Smallwood fights to get to the 11-yard line.
On Tennessee, they're a good team. They're solid, and they have a lot of potential. They do deserve to be 2-1. It's just against us, man. I feel like we're the better team overall, and it just hurts watching us losing like this with 35 seconds left. So
Titans led early.
throw down to 3.
Eagles came back. Titans got 17 straight points. Eagles trying to win or tie with 26 seconds to go and counting. And overthrow in the end zone on 3rd and 3.
I don't go for the win.
Cowboys and the Lions. We welcome you to Nashville. Darryl Johnson, Chris Byers, and crew.
Where they at? They're at like the 19-yard
17
line.
unanswered points by Tennessee to build
4th
the
down.
lead. A punt return set up the Eagles against Mike Vrabel's
I think we're
team.
going for the field goal.
The defense toughened, so now a game-tying attempt.
Yeah, 4th down.
On a field goal of 30 yards
Field goal.
from Jake Elliott. He hit from 27 earlier today.
God dang it, man. Didn't want this to go to overtime.
And the kick
But all right.
is good. 16 seconds remain. As I mentioned earlier, the last 3 wins by the Eagles have either been on Hail Marys or, as you saw in that Falcon game, a last attempt
He's been
pass.
a little more
Elliott
sloppy,
when he
yeah.
needed to
But
be.
could you see them coming out of the
But the
NFC?
Eagles really were in excellent position to get into the end zone.
No. I don't think so. I think they'll contend. I think they'll make a wild card. But I mean, then again, they beat them 9-6 last week, so they could. There's definitely potential, but honestly, not too sure. I can see them making a wild card spot again, but going anywhere, maybe divisional round again, not like AFC Championship caliber. Not yet. They're up there though. They're getting there.
Well, Zach Ertz said we're used to getting everybody's best shots since we won the Super Bowl. We used to use
16 seconds left. It's 20-20. As of right now, we are most likely going into overtime unless some miracle in Nashville happens.
The underdog Titans
for whichever team.
Third win of the year, as are the Eagles. Tied with 16
I didn't want the stream to go on for over an hour, but it looks like it might go on for well over an hour. So for those of you that need to hear this, then I'll be on a lot longer than I usually am because this is going overtime most likely.
A kickoff return for a touchdown that happened in Week 1 against the Dolphins.
Don't say that. Don't say that, announcer. Don't say that.
Elliott will kick that through the end zone.
All right.
So now the Cowboys.
We will win the NFC East, and it will be us and Redskins I wanted to. I agree. Oh, here we go.
Second and long, and Dak Prescott all day long to Ezekiel Elliott 4-yard gain, so they're down by 1. Brett Maher is the hero. Game-winning field goal, 38 yards. Cowboys win 26-24. They're now 2-2. Chris?
Maybe one of the more controversial decisions in Dallas was Dan Bailey, moving on from Dan Bailey and going to Brett Maher.
That's why I don't want to lose. I do not want to be tied with the Dallas Cowboys. There's no way we should be tied with them. We need to win this game. And we're going to overtime, boys.
We're going to let this go for overtime. Well, the Titans in the season opener down in Miami, they already played the longest game in the history of the NFL with weather delays. So this should be a breeze for them.
The longest game to open. Then they go to Houston with their 4th and 5th tackles starting against that Houston defense. Only give up 1 sack. Then their quarterback situation with Marcus Mariota.
First time I'm reacting to an overtime game.
Starting week 2, coming in off the bench last week.
The last time we went to overtime,
it has been such a challenging,
I think it was 2015, right?
Season, yet they
against the Cowboys?
when
we won that game. No, 2016 we lost to the Cowboys in overtime.
Another one-score game the Titans involved in. Wentz in the last couple of games since coming back, he's toughed it out. Does have a couple of touchdown passes.
What do I think about Mills? He needs to get his work. He needs to get fixed. There's something wrong with him, whether it's making a pass interference penalty or not. Let's hear the coin toss.
If after the end of the 10-minute overtime period, the score is tied, the game is over. Philadelphia, it's your call.
I don't want to tie either.
Heads. He's called heads. It is a heads. You've won the toss. You'd like to receive Tennessee?
Yes. Your family members clapping in the background.
Week 4, we've already had 2 games this year end in ties. We'll see what the Eagles and Titans do.
Oh, Lord Jeebus. Why does this have to be an overtime game? Why? I think he's a good corner, but we expect him to be a top corner, and he's not. I'm going to mute it because it's commercials. I'll unmute it once the game comes back on. But, yeah, Jalen Mills, he's okay. He's a good, I've repeated it, he's a good open field tackler. He's good at stripping the ball. But one-on-one, man-on-man, with some of the quickest and, better wide receivers. Like, we've seen him get burned by Julio. We've seen him get burned last year by Odell Beckham. We've seen him get burned just now by Corey Davis multiple times. And it just gets to a point where you do want to take him out. You, as a fan, are just saying we need to find someone better or move him somewhere else where he can actually succeed, which may be safety, maybe not. I don't know. But for him to be the top corner, I think that's more Ronald Darby's spot. And even in Ronald Darby, he's not a number 1 in my opinion. But he has the potential to be way more than Mills. I think he could be a better safety. Let Douglas have his spot. And again, last year when Darby had the fractured ankle, Douglas was the number 1 guy. He came in and was, going up against people like Odell Beckham, going up against those, like, I don't know. He's slow and draws too many flags. Yeah, says Darby or Douglas. Yeah, he does. He does get a lot of penalties, and he had one earlier today that was crucial. again, I don't agree with. I think it was a soft call on the official where and he kind of just like lightly touched the ball was going out of bounds. And even if Corey Davis had a chance to catch it, I think Mills would have pushed him out of bounds either way. So again, I don't know. There's some moments where you watch him and you're like, okay, he's decent. But there's other moments where you're like, wow, he's not as great as he could be, or wow, he makes too many penalties, blah blah blah. I don't know, but I think for the rest of this game, considering it's overtime, I'll keep it unmuted for you guys, obviously. So let's go.
We could still end up tied. Carson Wentz will have the first crack at
boy.
it. Ryan Suckup. And Wendell Smallwood standing back at the Philadelphia goal line. And on a line, he'll let it go out to the 25-yard line. Something else worth bringing up, Darryl, is for this tomorrow we hit the month of October. It's exceedingly warm, temperature in the 80s.
I do want to say that I'm sorry that this is lagging. I said it last week. If everything here in my house wasn't as slow, I would definitely be showing you guys the game, but I can't. Then I don't want to get this channel taken down. So I mean, yeah. So it's not bad. Or at least you guys can hear it. Like that's the most thing. Like I want you guys to at least hear it and hear what I'm reacting to, the bare minimum. So for those of you that are here, it's overtime, 20-20. Eagles got the ball. Touchdown / safety wins it. Field goal carries on.
Ajayi, some tough yards, taking people with him as he goes.
That's what I want to see. I want to see more running the ball.
Eagles overtime was Dallas in 2016.
And we lost.
For the Tennessee Titans, 2-0 in overtime since 2015.
Solid.
A strong gain of 7 yards to start this overtime.
Oh, good grief. I don't want to tie and I don't want to lose. I just want to win. I just want to move on. Oh, those are bars.
Ajayi gets a first down. A flag comes in.
Yeah, it's probably working.
As he pushed his
Eagles
way
will win. They always get wins. Yeah. There's no way this should be. That's what I've been saying. I don't want it to be. And I hate announcers too. That's why I sometimes want to relay when you guys, or to you guys happening. Like I'm my own broadcaster, but I'd rather just let this play out. Easier on me and for you guys.
I think sometimes you see a guy go to the ground, and if you haven't seen that whole play, you have a tendency to think it was holding. He was saying that he pushed the linebacker as he went through to the ground. He did not hold him and pull him to the ground.
Good no call.
Carson Wentz to throw and completes. House shot Jeffrey. It's out to 45.
Good double move right there. Yards after the catch is good. Good to see Alshon Jeffrey back. And I want to win just because I don't want to be tied with anybody anymore. I just want to have sole possession of this division. That's all I want. I want the Redskins to lose. I want the Giants to lose. I don't want to lose either. Just win this game, please. It's been a good game, though. As frustrated as I may have seemed in this last hour, it's been good.
After a gain of 14, Smallwood slips some tackles, and there goes Wendell Smallwood. Another first down.
Eagles got the ball.
Inside the 35 of Tennessee.
We've talked about how good both of these defenses are against the Eagles. Come out here with the game on the line.
That works to their benefit in a sense, though. Because if we lose, they're in first place. If everyone's 2-2, they're in first place at 2-1. That's a benefit to them. Despite having a very early bye, they still get first place if they, have that one loss over everybody else. So definitely, yeah, Jeffrey is one of the best, and yes, this does separate elite quarterbacks from good and somewhat good quarterbacks. That's Ajayi, announcer. This might be coming back.
As the flag was back at the 31.
Unless if it's offsides, because it happened as soon as the snap was called. So, yes, I knew it. Yes, it was offsides. Good job, good job.
Eagles over 400 total yards and over 100 yards now rushing.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. I'm glad about that.
And what they've done here at the beginning of overtime,
Eagles
maybe
missed the
it is
field
the
goal.
fatigue that you talked about,
What?
Chris. You know, the long
What are you
game to
talking about,
start the
Tommy?
season, it just kind of wears on you here through the first month. Philadelphia much more efficient with their run game here in overtime than during the course of the game.
He gets knocked down right away. I remember playing with that Terrell Casey.
My feed is slow. It's the live broadcast on Fox, so meh.
Missing the game last week. One pass attempt on this opening over by Carson Wentz. They've been able to advance it on the ground, but lost yardage there. So it's second down 12 from inside the 20. In range of a Jake Elliott field goal. Right now it'd be 37 yards. A touchdown wins it. Wentz, incomplete. It's third down. Nelson Aguilar the target.
Tommy, just saying, don't be listening. Yeah, don't be listening to the actual game on the radio and complain about me muting this while you're saying, oh, I need to listen to it. Stop trolling. It's, like, honestly.
Wentz nearing 350 yards passing through the air. Wentz's throw is almost intercepted. Will Compton had his hands on it. He's trying to get the ball to Zach Ertz.
And we showed you Zach's numbers during the course of this afternoon. Tries to lull Will Compton to sleep.
Yeah, we should have started some matches on that
Good
play.
job undercutting it. Will Compton frustrated that he didn't make that interception.
Jake Elliott to line up for a field goal. Second year from Memphis. To give the Eagles the lead here in Tennessee in overtime. 37-yard try. He's been on the money
Let's
today.
see if it actually happens. It probably does.
This is up and through.
Oh, yeah, look at that. It was good. It was good, guys. So we have a troll in the frickin' chat. How shocking.
Trailing by 3 in this extra period.
Well, we got the lead, and I'm going to mute it for commercials. Another thing that is about you that YouTube just frustrates people about is having trolls. So, that guy was close. He almost predicted it correctly. Because 37-yarder. But he made it. So, but you know, that drive, sorry if it's laggy. If it is, then, oh well, I'll try my best not to move. But, hey, he made the field goal. Sucks we couldn't end up in a touchdown, but, oh, the fact that was actually, yeah. But again, don't be, you know, predicting or just trolling in general because we actually just want to watch the game and react to it. Just saying. It is so much better to be right. Yeah, like you saw me. I'm like, let's see if it actually is. And then when we made it, I'm like, screw you for being an a-hole. So it works out. It's fine. Regardless, if our defense can judge football, just stop these guys. Force the fourth down. This game, just please, just get this over.
For those of you tuning in from other games, overtime Eagles needed a late field goal to force the OT. And on the first possession of overtime, they drove 56 yards, 36 gives them the lead. The Titans will have a chance now. A touchdown, Tennessee wins it.
We should be. You're right. You're definitely right about that. But let's all hope. I have faith. I always have faith. I try not to be negative. I was a little bit negative earlier, but it's just frustration building up. Because I've seen this play out before, and it's just not good trying to not have that happen again.
Well, some concerns about how he was going to be able
Sure.
to get the ball down the
If
field.
they get
after
stopped,
that
Eagles win,
injury in
yes.
week
If they
one.
stop
It's
them
made
here and get the
tremendous
ball
progress
back,
from
whether it's
last week, and it
turnover,
was not an issue today.
turnover on
He's
downs,
really good
whatever,
down
yeah.
the field.
But
And
if they
again,
score a
there's the
field
one
goal,
thing that
it goes
Philadelphia
on.
is concerned with,
If
the
they touchdown,
athleticism
if they get
at
the
that
touchdown,
quarterback position.
that's it.
A key run
Our
for a
defense
touchdown.
definitely
He's
comes through
thrown
in
for
there.
a touchdown.
I hope so, man. I'm hoping on it, but Mariota's been perfect ever since his interception, so
Give them the lead
I'm worried.
before the Eagles tied it.
I'll put it up a little bit and focus more on the game than talking for you guys.
Mariota will keep and head to the sideline. Was out of bounds across the 31-32 yard
Okay,
line.
no penalty.
of
That's all I
Tennessee.
cared about, but
Run for over 1,000 yards in his career.
that's the worst
Running
thing about it. Mariota's the definition of play. He is. I know. Like, he is actually good at being very clutch when they need him to be.
Decides to
So
tuck in,
we
but
come
great
back in the
job
wild
sticking
card
with your
game.
coverage in the secondary for the Eagles.
And a recap, this is Mark since the opening rallying his team coming off the bench last week, but Blaine Gabbert inactive. Corey
Get the
Davis
tackle. Damn, man.
close enough to get a first down and go out of bounds across the 35.
Corey Davis is
Kind
good.
of funny during the
Look
early
at
part
that.
of the game we were going back.
He's
when
turning
they were
into
playing
their number
really
one
between
now
the
that they
10 and the
lost
10.
Matthews.
You know, with special teams and the offenses, you know, it's flipping field position, and neither offense
Yeah, yeah.
really able to punch it in. Now
Hey,
the
if you're a
offense is here
Titans
late in the game in the fourth
fan, props
quarter,
to your team.
late
You
third,
actually
really
have
into
a
the fourth, they're
decent
really kind of taking over on each side.
It was a 9-6 win, but I do give him credit for that. It was a good game, good comeback by him.
But the defense is doing the chasing.
Yes, please don't do anything stupid.
And now he steps up into the slot for Mariota. Harrigan out deep down the middle. Incomplete. Speedster Jennings.
Well, we've had a couple of huge drops today, but none
yes,
bigger than
Titans
this one
defense is
right
tough.
here.
They're
Coming out
very
of the slot
physical, but
inside.
Jesus Christ,
You
can
get
we
these drawn
not?
up, you're not going to get another chance. He just runs right through coverage. Corey Graham down too far. Ronald Darby late getting there. Oh, what a huge drop.
He had a
Wow.
second opportunity to gather that in.
No, it's
Now it's 2nd and 10.
there you go.
No moves, they missed one.
Oh my God, that was too close. That was way too close. They're going for the deep bomb, bro. I don't like it.
Knocked away.
Good play, Jenkins. Good play.
Jonnu Smith, the tight end.
No, shush.
Where Mariota was
Don't
driving
talk.
with the football.
Don't force any penalty. Just
kinda lucky
stop
here.
talking
Watch.
with them.
Watch 81 as he releases. Tight coverage by Malcolm Jenkins. He's underneath him right now.
An interception would seal it for the Eagles. As does any kind
3rd
of
and 10, guys. 3rd and 10.
A touchdown wins it for the Titans. Mariota had 15 straight passes before that big drop. From the pocket, he's on the move. Sideline throw for Davis, too high.
This is it here. This is it.
And now it's 4th down and 10.
Nice job by that feed here. The last two plays, just the four guys getting Marcus Mariota off the spot,
This
forcing
is
him
the
to
game,
throw on
guys.
the move.
Either the game continues or we win.
Surprised that Mariota hadn't tried to run more earlier.
That's
in
what I'm
this
saying.
series.
This is the third time that there's a heart attack on the line in a close game that's down the freaking wire. I'm not up for it. Not every week. Maybe once every 3 months. Or a Super Bowl or a playoff game. Not this. Not regular season. On a regular basis. Okay.
With a timeout, and the Titans call it.
I'm taking it because it's a timeout. I'm taking a moment to just pause and calm myself down. Guys, this is what I was talking about earlier on when I was saying that I just don't like having to play these games where regardless if we're winning or if we're losing, it comes down to the wire. The Falcons game was one thing, but the Colts game was just, no, we don't need to deal with this against the Colts. And then this game right next week is just like, why? Why did they let them come back? Like, we personally are the better team personnel-wise, talent-wise. Not throwing any shade to Tennessee because they have a lot of talent on their team. In a couple of years, they'll probably be up there with how the Jaguars are. Even though you guys have beaten the Jaguars, I'll give you props for that as well. It's just, I cannot deal with having these multiple heart attacks. It's just not worth it. I mean, getting the win is worth it, but not having the heart attack that comes with the win is worth it. But okay. Here we go. This is it. False start. Offense number 64 or something. Let's see.
Before the snap. Full start. Offense number 64.
Called it.
Down the right guard, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult
4th and 15.
for Tennessee.
I think they're just going to go for the Hail Mary, man. I think that's the idea right here. There's no clutch Mariota 15-yard run that could happen in my eyes. There's no
a Hail Mary from the Colts last week.
Big catch and run. This has got to be a Hail Mary.
Hail Mary at the end of the Super Bowl as the Eagles won it against the Patriots.
I didn't think that would happen. I just said it and I called it.
Mariota's throw. Catch made. Taylor Taylor and Tennessee lives. It's first down Titans.
Why? Why can't we just stop them?
He made that look easy.
Just a simple curl route. He gets in behind Corey Graham. Yeah, that's a safety kind of playing that corner position. And he doesn't get enough width on that throw. Allows that throwing angle to the outside.
Despite the penalty, they pick up 19 yards.
Of course, man.
4:45 to go in overtime.
They're at the 50.
Derrick Henry. Stiff arming his way. Down to the 43 of the Eagles.
Great physical run here by Derrick Henry. Yeah, this is a handful trying to bring this guy down. He bounces back to the outside, and there's Ronald Darby trying to come up, and there's just a little bit of a get out of my way. Good job securing the possession right there, because as you got their pursuit from the inside out coming, watch the Eagles attack the football. Make sure he's got that ball secured.
It took a swarm of Eagles to bring him down
it's
after an
just
8-yard
your
run.
favorite old Eagles fan going crazy.
Philadelphia.
Thanks, Tommy. Honestly, it's just been funny and stressful at the same time. Oh!
Flips to Deion Lewis.
Good tackle.
What a tackle by Jenkins, so there was room to run.
Oh, and yeah, Derrick Henry, you guys got one great running back in Derrick Henry. I am not going to deny that. He is talented. Just give him one little hole and he's gone, and he's one tough guy to bring down.
Watch him diagnose this screen, get up there, hurdle one player, and be able to get Deion Lewis to the ground.
This is it's another third down here.
Third down and 4.
It's another one of these, guys. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. I'm not going to show the game because it'll be laggy, not good enough quality. Trust me, I lag just moving myself around right here. It's not good quality at all. You guys are lucky that you're able to hear it. Trust me.
Pass is incomplete.
He is a mini Marshawn, and we don't care about the lag. Yes, you do. Trust me. I tried it last week, and it was not good enough. There's no way you were able to watch it. It would freeze up, and it just wasn't able to be watched. So just listen to it and treat it like a freaking radio broadcast, honestly. You don't have to look at my face. Yes, I am. When I turn it around to face the TV, it will lag. And I've been lagging a little bit. I lagged right there a little bit. I can see myself in the camera. Sometimes I lag, sometimes I don't. I know this setup is not good.
Mariota's pass. And the Eagles. There's a flag down. The Eagles thought they had to stop. But the flag inside the 40.
It was fourth down, and now they're going to call pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense number 24.
Are you serious? You just want us to lose, right? You just want us to lose. And yeah, here's the lag.
Graham right there.
I want to.
defending it.
There's no way.
Little hook and pull around the
There's
waist.
no way. That is not a freaking penalty, bro. I hate this referee. Are they in field goal range up? Yeah, basically.
2 fourth-down conversions in this drive.
They're on the 40. They're nearing field goal range. They're not going to kick it from the 40-yard line, but, like, seriously.
The pitch.
Get him down. Take him all the way back there, yeah. Take him all the way back there. Good freaking stop.
He just had an unbelievable series here in overtime.
Oh my Lord Jesus, dude, I can't even. Yeah. Hey, Cowboy Nation, way to make your way into the chat.
Yeah, I mean, he defended a couple of passes, 2 different receivers down the
It's
field.
going to lag, bro. Trust me. I tried it last week. I was lagging. Half of the stream has been lagging. So it wasn't a sack. It was a pitch, and it was a loss of 4.
If you get nothing here on 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14. 2 minutes 20 left. Malcolm Jenkins is balling out today.
2 minutes and 15 to go and counting. Mariota with the rush. Gets away and is knocked down at midfield. Brandon Graham was there, but the
Here, do you want me to try and show you guys? Here, I'll try. I'll try. Ready?
It's
This is the pain already. It's not turning around for me yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look at that. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Look around with artificial intelligence.
No, I'm just showing it to you because you, along with a couple other people, have been asking. So, yeah, that's why I'm keeping it on myself to lag up as much, because it's not going to be able to show. I'm not turning my camera on. See? There you go. Some people who don't listen. There you go. It is on the front. Has the setting where you can turn it from the facing camera to the fronting camera. That's what this camera that I'm on right now. It's on the other one. It is on 3rd. We're on a commercial break, so I'm not gonna mess with the camera anymore. Once the game is back on, you guys, there you go. So understand. And if you want to watch the game, you know, there's a channel. There's a channel to actually, you know, watch the game where it's being broadcasted on Fox. If you aren't able, if you're on, I don't know, if you're on freaking, if you're on the car, just turn it on to the radio station. I don't care.
2 downs.
I'm not turning it
The
around.
Eagles win it, and the Titans can win with a touchdown. After that sack, though, you're looking at a field goal now of beyond 60.
3rd and 19.
They need 19 for a first down.
Oh,
They
my
can
Lord.
pick up maybe 15 to get a better field goal opportunity for Ryan Sucka. Mariota has time. He's going to run.
No, don't let him run. No,
Keep going.
no.
And he has put his team in field goal range.
Great. It was 3rd and 20. Now it's 4th down and 4.
Real nice job of making the decision that, you know, it's better to scramble. He checks one time, but I think that's just to move a defender right there. I tell you, he was close to getting that first down.
Within a couple of yards.
They're going for the field goal, guys. It's 4th and 2, and they're going for the field goal.
50-yard field goal try. He's hit one from over 50 this season. His career long. 54.
They're not going to go for it. I swear to God, if they go for a fake, bro. There's a minute 17 left on the clock. So they're just trying to run it down to a tie. Because guess what? That might be where we're headed right now. Which isn't as bad as a loss, but at the same time, I don't want no dang tie. I want a W in the win column. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't fake it. I'm really hoping that they don't.
We're walking the offense back out on the field right now, too. We're taking the kicking team off.
Wow.
It's kind of, you know, Mike Vrabel
thought about it.
Yeah, I tell you what, this sends such a huge message to your team.
They're not even bums. They're just, it's like, not borderline
We're lose this thing right here.
contenders, but like they're going up. They're upwards. And here they go. They're going for it, guys.
4th down conversions. One of them was 4th and 15.
Oh, Lord.
Well, we'll see if the Eagle defense likes it.
Oh, yeah. DJ Malloy, I'm not hating.
And I think we're going to
Eagles timeout. Jesus Christ. I'm not hating on Tennessee. They do have a lot of talent, but
earning this
again,
opportunity. He said he's been
against
so
the
good
Chiefs,
with
I
his
need to
play
see it
calling
to
during
believe it.
the
I know
first
it's
3
only
weeks
week
of the
4,
season,
but still.
being able to win games against Houston with a depleted roster, being able to find a way to win.
I didn't think I'd be streaming for over an hour.
Your starting quarterback who comes in off the bench, you know, and that week, last week during Jacksonville, he really couldn't throw the ball that well, and they actually found a way to win. They actually took some shots
They
down
are.
the field.
They're playing
So,
like we did
Matt
last year,
LaFleur has
honestly.
earned
They're
this
playing with a lot of
opportunity right
pride
here,
and a lot
fourth
of
down
guts,
from Mike Vrabel.
and it's
LaFleur,
very
the
aggressive.
First-year offensive coordinator in Tennessee was with the
we're gonna
Rams
go.
and Sean McVay last year.
Yeah.
Interviewed, as we said earlier,
That's
for
what
the Titans
everyone
head
thought
coaching
until
job,
they
but
called a
went to
timeout,
Vrabel
so.
Had a chance to join as the offensive coordinator. A quick summary of how
I never said the Titans were a bad team.
Passing up the field goal, try of 50.
I've been giving them respect all game because this has been one hell of a game.
Need 2 yards.
I don't believe it should be in overtime, but he got it. He got the first down.
Has the yards. A first down for Tennessee, and Lewis maneuvering his way inside the 15 of the Eagles. A gutsy call from a gritty coach, and his team responded.
Deion Lewis is right here. He's going to cross formation, so it makes it real hard. You've got your bunch coming from the offensive right. You have all that traffic going downfield. He's able to find his way into the flat for the catch, and then a nice job.
We're gonna lose.
To get some more yards.
It's done.
Lewis, who was originally drafted in the NFL by the Eagles, on a fourth down conversion, picks up
Dunzo,
17
guys.
yards.
It's over.
3 fourth down conversions.
Mariota for the win. There's a flag down. Going to his tight
Personal
end,
foul.
Smith.
Pass interference, whatever it is. It's on the Eagles,
Against
most
the
likely.
Eagles.
Yep.
Before the pass was thrown, holding. Defense number 27. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Malcolm Jenkins charged with a penalty. "24 seconds remain."
Yes, it's on the Eagles.
Titans
They're
gotta
calling
think
the
about
smallest little
they
things.
use their timeouts.
That pass interference on Sidney Jones, that was the worst call I've seen all game. No joke. I can't believe this, man. It's at the 10-yard line of the Eagles.
Mariota, end zone, incomplete. Sharp the
Close.
target.
Where are the Titans at the red zone? They're on the Eagles' 10-yard line.
Second down.
The Eagles 10.
20 seconds remain.
Boy, we've had some big misses today. Some of them have been dropped. Some of them have been just a little
Something
bit
tells
off
me
target.
that
There's
Marcus
another one
Mariota
just
is
a
going to
little
run
bit
it in himself.
outside.
Because right now they're
Tajay
passing
Sharp,
and it's
but
not
he's open in
working.
the end zone for the win.
That's 6-2,
Eagles
and
23,
those rangy
Titans
long
20,
arms, I think
touchdown
Mariota
wins
thought he
it
could
for the
get it
Titans
to him.
in overtime.
A tough catch for him.
We need to stop. I don't care how we stop him, fumble, interception. We just need to end this game. Goal line stand for another one. Let's go.
Mariota dropped. That's third down.
Bring the house. All out blitz,
You don't
bro.
convert
Who
here.
cares?
You gotta
Get
think
to Mariota
about
before he
settling
gets
for
the
the
ball
top.
out of his
Well, right
hand.
now you're
That's
running
what
that
you guys
pressure.
got to
We used to be
do.
able to get our field goal team out, but you're coming all the way down into this end of the field. We used to be able to do it in about 16, 17 seconds. So you're right on that cusp right now because you cannot clock it. This is third down. You clock it on the next one. That's fourth, and the game is over. So on this one right here, it has
Yeah, I
to
can
go
see Mariota
into the
tucking
end
and running.
zone.
Field
You
goal,
cannot
no.
get
A
tackled
field
short,
goal,
'cause
that
I
means
don't
the
know
game
if
is
they're gonna
tied.
be able to get their field goal team on in time to have that attempt.
Well, that's your best chance. If they're going to blitz him, contain him in the pocket. How much time left? 17 seconds. So there's no way, if this goes...
Mariota rush. Open. Catch made. The Titans are going to win in overtime. Corey Davis.
I told you guys. I told you we were going to lose. I told you. I said it. I said it, and it was right. Guys, the Eagles were playing the most conservative that I've ever seen them play since last year. Doug Peterson's play calling today was horrible, and in general, this was just props to the Titans for winning this game. But I'm not going to dispute that there was a penalty or two that weren't supposed to be called. Sidney Jones, that was no holding whatsoever. It's not okay. It's just wow. Cowboy fans, yeah, congrats. We're all behind the Washington Redskins now in second place. Yeah, great. That's a great division to be in, right behind the Redskins. Ooh, yeah. You guys barely beat the Lions. Woo, yeah, great job, guys. Woohoo. This whole game with penalties, bad refs, and defense and play calling. It's just bad. It was horrible. It was just really bad how conservative Doug was in the. It was very bad how many penalties this team forced on the end of the game when it mattered the most, and they couldn't score a touchdown to win this game. I straight up blame Peterson. Hey, someone else agrees. So someone else isn't a troll or, you know, it just I'll for the Titans for winning this game, but Sidney Jones that was not a pass interference. They both missed the ball. No way in my mind that was pass interference. And then just like it just baffles me. Jags beat Patriots, we beat them, and now we beat the defending Super Bowl champs. Yeah, good for you. Now we all hope the Giants lose. Who cares, honestly, man? There's a lot of football left to play, but it's just wow. I don't put this loss on Carson. I don't put this loss on the front four or the running backs, for that matter. It's just a matter of Doug Peterson actually making proper play calling. It's a matter of penalties that continue to just kill us. And even if they should be called or not, the fact that you're getting those penalties drawn is the reason why we were at so many 3rd and 20 whatever. The reason why we went from winning 17-3 to losing 26-23. It's because Mariota is too clutch. Okay. I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can. Yes, he is clutch. Yes, he is a good quarterback. But you guys were aided. The Tennessee Titans were aided by both the mistakes of the head coach and play calling and a couple of penalties that shouldn't have existed. I'm just saying. I don't think any replay of Sidney Jones diving with that tight end to get that first down catch when it was 4th down and 4 at midfield, I don't think anybody can tell me that was pass interference. There is no way in my mind that was pass interference. Titans are an awful team. They're not awful. They are not awful at all. They made the playoffs last year. They lost a couple of key components this year, yes, in a wide receiver and a tight end. But this team can play. They're going to play with heart, as a lot of teams are against us. And you know what? Whatever. It's 1-L. We got to focus on the Vikings next week. Oh, beautiful. That's exactly who I want to be worrying about now. Just all in all, though, it was a good game. It's all going to go down to Doug Peterson and penalties, in my eyes. Carson Wentz played his ball. he balled out. He played his heart out. And at the end of the day, there's really no excuse, but there are a lot of reasons why we lost and reasons why we shouldn't have lost. Is that more I can say? So, congrats to the Titans, whatever. We're missing our number 1 tight end and pass rusher, and we're 3-1 on your, and, okay. Again, I've given you props for it. My team is trying to get back together as a unit offensively, and defensively we're clearly struggling after losing one of our starting safeties, and Jalen Mills is playing like trash. So again, we're just saying. No, I didn't take offense to that at all. I was just answering back at that. There's no way we should have lost. We had a double-digit lead. That's what I'm saying. He played so conservatively. At head coach Doug Peterson was playing very conservatively when he should have been more aggressive. But at the same time, there's a difference between being aggressive and being smart while being aggressive at the same time. As much you saw in the overtime, that one drive that led to the field goal, we ran the ball very well. Why weren't we doing that the entire game? Just saying, Chiefs were up 21-0 last year. That was a really good game, and I was rooting for Marcus Mariota to win that game because I didn't want the Chiefs to win. Both starts, they win both games. Not true at all, because did you see how many times Wentz got hit? He got hit a lot. Foles would have gotten hit a lot more because he's not as mobile. and we would be an offense, maybe that would help. But at the same time, I don't think that Peterson's play calling matched what we should be doing with Carson Wentz. That's just me. Oh my God, I've been live for an hour and a half, and you know, you win some, you lose some, right? At the end of the day, props to the Tennessee Titans. Honestly, if there's any team that I'd root for in the South, it's probably the Titans. Just because, low-key, they're the underdogs of the AFC, kind of like how we were last year. You guys have lost some offensive players, and Mariota's a little banged up, so, hey, congrats on your win. I'm going to head out because I've been sitting here for an hour and a half, and I'm tired. I'm upset, but at the same time, we'll get better. It's a 16-game season. Starting 3-1 would be a lot better than 2-2, but hey, what can you do? No excuses for losing this game. Secondary is garbage. Yeah, and we need some secondary help. Yeah, we do. I'm not going to deny that. We definitely could use the assistance because Jalen Mills, third straight game where he's been under fire. Not the good kind of fire either. So yeah, I think I'm going to head out because it's been a long time since I've been sitting here. And I'm going to watch the Giants hopefully lose to the Saints. So I'll see you guys most likely tomorrow. I'll talk more about my thoughts on this game. And yeah, fly Eagles fly. Can't win them all, but